Hello, my dear student. For the fourth semester ENE, today we are start from the module 4. In there, signal processing circuit. We are having two section. One is precising half-wave rectifier. Second one is precising full-wave rectifier. In this slide, we are discussing about the precising rectifier, and one of this application of signal processing is very low voltage and current and power level of requirement of the rectifier, because it is one of this precising rectifier more advantage than conventional rectifier, and one of this limitation of this conventional, it cannot be rectified in AC voltage below forward voltage of diode 0.7 voltage, because we cannot rectify AC voltage below 0.7 voltage. It is one of the advantage of the precising rectifier, and precising rectifier will make it possible, can rectify very small magnitude, even though less than forward voltage also. Less than forward voltage means it is below 0.7 volt also we can be rectified, and therefore rectifier circuit can use circuit detection with op-amp or quad as precising. Now advantage of this precising rectifier over simple diode rectifier as following. The first one is no diode voltage drop between input and output. No diode voltage drop. Because here one of the advantage of the precising rectifier. And second one, it is to ability to rectify very small voltage. It is much smaller than 0.7 voltage drop also. If precising rectifier you want to amplification also, if required, then also we can use in the particular in the rectifier also, because some of the signals they want to require amplification also, because very low frequency also, then you have to amplification, then also we can. And another is advantage is low output input. Now different type of rectifier, they classified into two type. One is half-wave rectifier, second one is full wave rectifier. In the next section, discussion about the two type of rectifier in detail. Discussing about the precising half-wave rectifier. In that precising half-wave rectifier, the two type of precising half-wave rectifier. One is non-inverting, another is inverting half-wave rectifier. In there, they are having one of this saturated half-wave precising rectifier. It is a simple circuit diagram and input-output waveform. It is a single diode arrangement and is a function of this precising rectifier used in non-inverting amplifier, or simple voltage follower. Voltage follower with diode between the output of the terminal op-amp with the output at point. Therefore, during the positive half cycle, then Vin is positive, then output of the op-amp, that is V0A, it is VOA. VOA is equal to positive, and the diode is D1 is forward bias. Then it is closed loop condition. We are achieving the op-amp act as a voltage. Op-amp act as a voltage follower. Therefore, output voltage, it is followed by input. Therefore, output voltage equal to Vin during the positive half cycle, even though you have to show in the input and output. During positive half cycle, the diode is on and it is. And next, during the negative half cycle, then output of the op-amp V0A is become negative. V0A become negative, then diode is reversed. The diode is reversed back. The loop is broken. It is act as open. output terminal is open, output of the op amp is open, means the inverting input terminal of the op amp is directly connected to through resistance ground level. Load resistance R is grounded, directly grounding. Therefore, the output of the op amp is saturated in the negative direction. Therefore, input does not pass to output, means it is the clip. Therefore, output voltage is become a 0 during the diode D1 is reverse bias. That even though we have to show in the output input output waveform. After completion of saturating precisely rectifier, now one more advantage of the non-saturating precisely rectifier. Non-precising rectifier, it is only for high frequency performance. It is high frequency performance we have to use. This is the high frequency performance. A non-inverting precising rectifier circuit must be used. And this is precising rectifier in this circuit used as inverting amplifier. Inverting, because inverting means what? That the input voltage applied to the inverting terminal of the op amp. And here with one of the diode of the D2 is connected between the output of the op amp, and circuit output, and other diode is connected between output of the op amp and inverting terminal of the op amp. This is the construction of this circuit diagram. Now, during the operation of this rectifier, during the positive half cycle, we have to comparison between the input output waveform here and below the two input and output waveform. That during the positive half cycle, the voltage at inverting terminal become positive. By forcing output of it goes to negative. It goes to negative, means output of the op amp is become a negative. The diode D1 is forward bias, D2 is reverse bias. Diode D1 is forward bias and it is reverse bias. Means output voltage is become a 0 when input is positive. And even though here output of in waveform is also D1 is on, D2 is off, output is equal to 0. During the negative half cycle, the output of the op amp will become a positive. Then D2 is the forward bias and D1 is the reverse bias. And then when D1 is reverse bias, D2 is forward bias, means the circuit act as like a inverting amplifier with non-linear diode in the forward path. Non-linear diode forward path means it is V0 equal to minus R2 divided by Vi. R2 divided by Vi. For Vi is less than 0. It is acted as 0. When the gain of the circuit is unity, then R2 is equal to R2. Therefore, then output of the is equal to in. Output is equal to in. Now we are discussing about the two output precising and Hopper rectifier. The precising Hopper rectifier has two output terminal. One is VA, another is VB. The diode D2 is connected in series with the output of the op amp terminal. Then R2 is connected to the inverting terminal of the op amp. Again, this inverting terminal is connected to resistance R4, has add in series with the diode D1. It is connected to the output of the op amp, as shown in the figure. Now we are discussing about the operation of this two precising output pair. You have to comparison between the input to the output of VA and output of VB. During the positive half cycle, the output of the op amp goes to negative. The output of op amp goes to negative. Then this diode D1 is forward bias. And it is D2 is reverse bias, and D2 is reverse bias. Means it is open. It is open, and this circuit together resistance R1 and R4 as a function as inverting amplifier. Then output terminal VB at terminal B, VB is equal to VI into minus R4 divided by R1. Then during the negative half cycle, then output of the op amp goes to positive. Then D1, the diode D1 is reverse bias, D2 is forward bias. Now resistance R1 and R2 combining with the op amp this performance as inverting amplifier. Therefore, output voltage of the terminal A, that is VA, is equal to VI. Right? Even though you have shown during the positive half cycle, what happens? The VI is become 0, VB is become a minus V, because it is a minus V. And during the negative half cycle, what happens? The VA become a positive and the VB become a 0, as in the show. After the completion of half rectifier, now we are start from the precising Fourier rectifier. In the precising Fourier rectifier, this is comprised of two parts. One is inverting half-wave rectifier, another is weighted summing amplifier. Here, this is one of this in the circuit diagram. We are showing the two parts. One is the precising rectifier, another is the summing circuit. It is consist of two circuits. They are connecting to cascading between the output of the precising rectifier is connected to the summing circuit, because here then one is the input, it is act as a precising rectifier. It is the same as previous half-wave rectifier. Only thing, the diode, the D1 and D2 are reverse connected, and here the input voltage, it is applied, it is the input voltage is directly applied to the summing amplifier and to the input of the receiver. Input voltage is applied between one of this VA, it is directly connected to one of the terminal of the summing amplifier. Another is it is connected to the input of the precising operator. Then the value of the resistor R2 is a precising rectifier is a twice time of R1, because here when designing as per this R2 is equal to 2 time of R1. And so that rectifier voltage applied terminal B of the amplifier is minus 2 times of after the construction. Then you are to operation of this precising Fourier rectifier. That during the positive half cycle of the input, the voltage at terminal A is positive. Then while output terminal VB is what happens? V0 equal to 2 time of Vi. Therefore, the output voltage of the summing circuit means R4 is equal to R5. It is given by V0 equal to minus R6 divided by R4 in to VA plus VB, because the output of the summing circuit minus R6 divided by R4 VA plus VB. What is VA? VA is equal to VI. The voltage at terminal A is VI plus VI, and while terminal V output of the terminal B become minus 2I. Therefore, what happens? Minus 2I means minus VI, minus VI, minus is cancelled, then R6 divided by R4 into VI during the positive half cycle. And during the negative half cycle, here you are shown the output voltage is here at the terminal VB minus 2 times of VI, minus 2 terminal of VI, because here VI is equal to VA, because during the positive cycle VI is equal to VA, because same as the input terminal. And during the negative half cycle, here, then VA is equal to minus VI, and voltage at VB is become 0. Voltage terminal become VB equal to 0. Therefore, output voltage equal to minus R6 divided by R4 equal to minus VA plus VB. Therefore, minus R6 divided by R4 into bracket VA is equal to VI. Why VI is minus VI. Therefore, R4 6 divided by R5, it is same as this one. Therefore, above this output equation of this Fourier rectifier, the input voltage, if resistors R6 and R4 are equal to R4 and R5, then it is overall voltage gain of the amplifier is equal to 1. Then it is output is become a V0 equal to, because here output is equal to V0. Therefore, when is the resistance R4 is greater than R6 is greater than R4 and R5, then output is become amplification. When rectifier both are occur. Then finally we will precising rectifier circuit, also known as absolute value. The previous slide we are discussing the operation and the construction and what is the output and output waveform. Now we are designing of this half-wave and full rectifier. Now we are designing procedure of precising half-wave rectifier and full rectifier. They are having 6 steps. We start from the resistance value of the half-wave rectifier and full rectifier. This is the R1 is a parameter of the half-wave as well as full rectifier, and this is the R1 is the value of resistance in series with the input, voltage. Then I1 is the current flowing through the R1, that is equal to ID. What is ID? ID is it is always less than or equal to 500 microamps, and this current diode current is equal to Vs divided by Vs of minimum divided by R1. What is Vs? Is the input voltage of the rectifier. That is the minimum is 0.5 volt divided by something. Then you find 0.5 minimum voltage will be applying in the supply voltage, and then you can find the value of the R1. After the selecting value of R1, then you can select the value of R2. As R2 is depending on the gain of the rectifier. If you want to need R2 is equal to 2 times of R1. The gain of full rectifier is equal to E is equal to 2. This is A, gain of R2 is equal to 2 for the full rectifier. Okay, if you want to need, when is R2 is equal to 2 times of R1. Even though you can case in the full operative also, we can use it, but as per in the designing, we have an operative file. Then R2 you can select it by R2 is equal to output voltage of the rectifier divided by current flow into the I1. V0 of peak divided by I1. What is V0? Output of the rectifier divided by I1. Then I1 is also selected value of this ID. Then you have to find out the resistance value of R2. And third step, you can choose this R3. It is after the this is R1 is the input terminal of the op-amp. R2 is the feedback resistance of the op-amp. This is R3 is the another terminal of the op-amp. Then R3 is equal to R1 is parallel to. Then you have to find. You can choose the value of R3. Next for full rectifier, then select the value of R4 and R5 that is equal to R. That is equal to R. Next we can step 5 to select the value of R6. It is depending on the output as well as input. Then R6 is equal to V0 divided by Vn into R. The R5 is already selected in the R. Therefore then find the value of R6. And next step 6 for diode, two diode you are using. In that the voltage recovery between the maximum reverse current, the voltage for recurrent maximum, it is equal to 30 volt. For the op-amp supply voltage is plus or minus 15 volts. For the diode reverse recovering time, that is the maximum TRR is equal to 0.1 time of total time period, that is equal to 0.1 divided by F, where F is usually we are given in the standard value of 1 megahertz, that is the frequency, that is 0.1 divided by 1 megahertz, that is equal to 0.1